Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. If it's your first time, I don't know how you got here, but I'm happy that you're here. So I'm going to jump right into today's question, which is, should you become a loan signing agent? Now, what I will start by saying is that is completely up to you. However, I'm going to try to help you get to the answer. Also, what I'll say is, to become a loan signing agent, you have to become a notary. But not all notaries are loan signing agents. There is a difference. You have some notaries who prefer general notary work. That's your stuff like, wills, power of attorneys, divorce paperwork, school forms, medical forms, stuff like that. Loan signing agents focus on loan closings, loan documents, any type of real estate transaction. But that's something you need to know up front. If you don't have interest in learning more about real estate or the different pieces and parts that go into real estate transactions, then the answer is no. Don't become a loan signing agent, because it is different and it requires a different skill level, and it requires you to either pursue some type of training, or you can teach yourself certain things, but the point is it's not the same thing. We do very different things. Now, I just got my first loan signing not that long ago. Everything else I've done is general notary work. I started out with general notary work because that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbled. I like general notary work. The thing is, the price point tends to be a little lower, but I like that quick cash payment. Keep it pushing. You set your own parameters of how far you want to go. Now, to the reverse of that, and not even really to the reverse, because you set your own schedule and take loan signings as you want as well, those appointments are just longer. For a general notary appointment, I may be in and out in 5-10 minutes, 15 tops. Loan signings, they may be 20 minutes. They can take up to an hour. They can go longer if you're doing like a reverse mortgage, from what I've learned. Those clients are typically a little older. They own their homes. They have more equity, all that good stuff. So you need to look into it and see if it's something you're actually willing to do. But I made a little checklist here to help you answer yes or no, specifically to whether or not you should become a loan signing agent. So the answer is yes, if you want to get more control over your time, make your own schedule, maybe eventually not being an employee of another company and solely work for yourself. If that interests you and you want that work-life balance, or you're more of a hustler, you like the gig economy, then maybe being a loan signing agent is for you. The answer is also yes, if you're detail-oriented. You can't be a fly-by-nighter, think you're going to fly through all the paperwork because it all looks different. I have seen more paperwork than the one loan closing I did the other day. I've been through my own closing. I've seen some of my friends' closing paperwork, and sometimes the paperwork all looks different. So be detail-oriented. Can't miss spots where you're supposed to stamp. Can't miss signatures. You got to make sure people initial where they're supposed to. So yes, if you're detail oriented. If you want to have multiple streams of income and ways to earn money, the answer is yes. It's a great way to earn money. I made $95 in the 25 minutes I was in my first closing. So that is a perk to me. That's more than I make an hour at my 9-to-5. So that was very, very appealing to me. The answer is also yes, if you want to make a career change. That kind of ties into the first thing I said. If you want more work-life balance, a little bit there, because that's the reason why some people change careers. Maybe they don't want to be in an office or tied to a desk all day. Maybe you like being out and about and riding around. Maybe you want to have like a more focused stream of income. So the answer is yes, if you want that. The answer is also yes, if you have reliable transportation. It doesn't matter if you take the train, the bus, or you have your own vehicle. You must have reliable transportation because you also need to be on time. So if you're timely and you have your own reliable transportation, emphasis on reliable, because people's money is at stake, people's transactions are at stake, then the answer is yes. For perspective, so far this year, I have racked up $528.08 in mileage, like personal mileage. That's 943 miles. So your transportation must be reliable. If you have a hoopty, that's okay, but just make sure you have a backup plan in case anything should go awry, which sometimes it can. So just be prepared. If you like extra cash, now it's not all going to truly be cash. Loan signings, they tend to pay you, 30 days in arrears if you're going through certain signing agencies. Some of them are faster, but if you want extra money in general, then that's a great way. Now, let's talk about some of the no's. You should not be a loan signing agent if you're lazy, because it does require work on your end. You can't be lazy and do this job. If you're inconsistent, you should not do this job. Inconsistent, or just on the other end of that, not persistent at all, you should not do this job. It's not going to work out for you. You've got to be committed and you've got to pursue the work. If you don't keep up with your phone, do not become a loan signing agent. Those notifications come in, you must and should always reply. Whether it's yes, whether it's no, whether it's maybe you need to ask for more money, but you should always reply, because the algorithms work off of whether or not you respond in the first place, whether it's yes or no. If you can't be on time, I know I mentioned yes if you're timely. So if you can't be on time, don't be a loan signing agent. I am questionable in my personal life about being on time. I will say that. My first loan signing, I got there to the point, a minute ahead of schedule. 1 minute, 8:59. I should have been there earlier. They were only 3 miles away. I'm working on my timeliness. But if you just cannot be on time, do not become a loan signing agent, because you will piss people off. That's just that. It's not professional. Also, if you have a fear of speaking with people, or fear of being an authority figure, then don't be a loan signing agent. While we're not there to answer, questions about these loans specifically, or tell them why about anything, you are there to facilitate the process and tell them, hey, sign this form, sign here, sign here. This is your note, for instance. Here's your amortization schedule. People want to hear you sound confident. So if you lack the confidence and scared of people isn't even the way to put it, but if you have a fear of being an authority figure, and if you lack confidence, then maybe it's not the career for you. Last but not least, you want to make sure you are being sanitary when you are out here in these notary streets. So if you struggle with hygiene, wellness, anything like that, maybe being a loan signing agent is not for you, unless you just have some impeccable immune system. But as we were coming off of this struggle that we are going through, otherwise known as the panty, just keep in mind that we shouldn't fall back into bad habits like licking fingers, which repulses me to no end. That's another reason why I don't share pens. But licking fingers, sneezing into our hands, shaking hands. I don't think I'll ever do it again. I've always thought it was gross. Don't understand why we ever did it in the first place. But these are the types of things you have to be mindful of if you choose to become a loan signing agent. So hopefully you found this helpful. We've got some yeses, you got some nos. I'm sure some of you are still going to wonder about it. But if you have specific questions for me, please drop them in the comments below. I do my best to go respond to each and every person. And that's it. So I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.